Hi, my name is Michaela Smith. I'm going to be presenting to you today my persuasive speech about medical freedom. Okay, do you want the choice to choose your own medical route or to have the government choose for you? First off, I want to make clear that I am very aware this is a very controversial topic, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. I want to start by saying I understand why people would want to take the vaccine, and by all means, it's your choice to do it. And if you want to take it, you can, but don't make others do anything they don't want to do. There are several reasons why this should not be required. My first reason is because everybody's different and our bodies are not the same. We don't all have the same reaction to medicine. My second reason is because vaccines normally take years and years to make, but the vaccine came out a lot quicker than the others, with less testing and more risk. If you want to take that on your terms, you can, but don't make others risk something they don't want to. My third reason is because this is actually against the law and the government should have no control over your choices. I have several articles from doctors and professionals who have given their professional opinion on this and the research they have found. We should all care about this because this affects every single one of us and our freedom of choice. We should not give our freedom to choose to the government. We all have struggles, whether that's a mental problem or a physical problem. I don't know one person who doesn't have at least something wrong with them that they struggle with. So how can we make a vaccine that is acceptable all around? The quick answer is that it would take a lot of time and lots of tests. The COVID vaccine were made in a very short amount of time, and I'm sure you've heard of the side effects people have gotten from this. According to Lisa Margansky and Gabriel Clean from Johns Hopkins Medical, they say since April 2021, some people have developed an inflammation of the heart muscle and inflammation of the lining outside the heart and received the Pfizer or Moderna COVID virus vaccines in the United States. According to the U.S. Care Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, the problem occurs more often in adolescents, teens, and young adults and in males. If this is a side effect, we should be able to decide for ourselves if it is worth it, not someone else. There have been a lot of cases recently of young, healthy athletes and healthy people getting blood clots, even if they haven't had a history of it. Some research has been done, and a lot of problems is stemming from the COVID vaccine and boosters. According to Heart Hospital, COVID-19 vaccines are highly recommended in all people who have no contradictions to the vaccine. My only problem is that we don't know if we have problems before taking this. That's why it's a gamble. COVID vaccines for COVID-19 were quickly put into place once the whole pandemic started. According to World Economic Forum, they give some statistics about how long it takes to properly come up with a good vaccine, and the statistics walk through every step that needs to be taken in those years to total the shortest amount of time for a proper vaccine is 10 or more years. Also, according to medical press, they also say it traditionally has taken 5 to 10 years to get a new vaccine. This is why people are skeptical about them cutting corners in the COVID vaccine. People can take this if they want to, of course. That's the whole point of medical freedom. Medical freedom is the whole point of this speech. We should have the choice of what we want to put in our bodies, not what the government wants. Even the U.S. News said, and I quote, those who choose not to get vaccinated are making a health decision at their own individual risk. They pose no public health threat to those already immune, close quote. Now, I know some of you might be wondering why I'm against this. It's because in the last 2 years, I found out I actually have a fertility problem, and there have been some women saying that once they've got the vaccine, that they started struggling with periods and fertility as well. I'm still young, and I eventually want to have a family of my own, but I also don't want to put myself at more risk than I already am. I can handle the COVID virus if I end up getting it. What I can't control is if I lose my eggs and I never get a chance to have my own family. I want to to be able to choose what I put in my body and not what others tell me what's best for me when they don't even know what I'm struggling with. We need to stand up for our freedom, because if we don't, no one will. We need to take our medical freedom into our own hands, because everyone is different. We don't all have the same problems. Second, it's okay to ask questions about things and not wanting to take a risk, or if it has an effect on you. And third, because no one should tell you what's best for you when you don't actually know what's going on with your body and what's going on in their body. We should have the freedom to choose if we want to take the risk or not. That's up to us. We need to stand up for our freedoms, for our ability to choose, before they get taken away from us for good. So please take that into your thoughts there and stand up for your medical freedom. That's it.